Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. All right, folks, I am broadcasting live from Los Angeles. We're here, of course, to broadcast tomorrow the XQ America education event taking place here in Los Angeles. And so we'll tell you more about that. But today in D.C., a who's who of powerful black women kicked off the Black Women's Roundtable's Women of Power Summit at a news conference this morning on Capitol Hill. Our cameras were there. We live streamed the event. Here is some of what took place.
We're determined to make sure that we save our democracy from peril. We're getting ready for 2020, and we're also getting ready for 2019 because there's elections every year, last I checked.
We have communicated clearly to this country that every issue is a woman's issue, and that when it comes time to show up, to demonstrate where we stand on the issues, we will be there, we will pull that lever, but even before pulling that lever, we will take our feet and put them on the concrete and walk and march and holler and talk on the phone and talk through social media to let everyone know that this is the time of accountability. And this accountability is to us.
As a woman standing here, I want you all to just reflect on a moment that we just saw where a black woman was used as a prop. We are not a prop. We are the fiber of this country. When you start talking about issues that are important to America, black women rise to the top. Black women marched with the white women to say in this country, we should have the right to vote. And that was only 100 years ago. We are fighting to close the wage gap. But when you talk about the wage gap, who has the biggest gap? Black women. When you talk about paid family leave, when you talk about common sense gun control, how many mothers and children have cried because we refuse to stand up and address that crisis? I want you to know that when we talk about poverty in America, I sit on appropriations. And if you want to know what someone believes and who they are, follow their money. This country has said that we do not want people in poverty and that we will allocate funds to eliminate poverty. I will tell you, the largest demographic of poverty in America are women with children. Women with children.
We've got to talk about the mortality rates of African-American women and infant mortality and the criminalization of our girls in school and STEM education for our young girls. You know, all of the issues that we have been fighting for so many years, now is our time. Our time has come to make to repair, first of all, the damage, and then to move forward.
I'd like to call upon the Black Women's Roundtable to join me in a major initiative of dealing with the plight of our children. They are impoverished. I know that that's been spoken of. Educational systems are being nickel and dime. Their support systems are only the state, because when the family becomes dysfunctional, there is no other step in, there's no other diversion. They go into the state system, and there are people who will witness to you what happens when I'm in the state system. Or the juvenile justice system, of which you go into that system and there is no sentence and you're there for a decade.
We, the people, have the power, and our most powerful weapon, the people's house. Now is the time to be vigilant, to watch for efforts to change the rules. Now is the time to speak up when we see voter suppression. Now is the time to hold corrupt election officials accountable when they take action to harm voters. The most powerful thing that we can do is to make sure that our voices are heard on Election Day. Not just every 4 years and not just for federal office, but every year, because there is no such thing as an off year. We need to show up and keep showing up every year for every ballot we can cast to vote at every level: city councils, school boards, DAs, state legislatures, special elections, congressional seats, all of these are incredibly powerful opportunities to make sure we are electing officials who will represent us.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, calling all HBCU alumni, students, and leaders enter the Ford Motor Company HBCU Mobility Challenge and win $25,000 for your school. Building on their long-term support of HBCUs, Ford is looking to improve mobility in HBCU communities through innovative solutions. Now, the winning program will receive a grant of up to $25,000 to implement their proposal. The deadline to apply is March 31st, 2019. Go to FGB.Life, that's FGB.Life, for more information and to apply. Ford goes further in our community. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.